Hello, dear Virgo. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you for being here. This is your 2020 extended reading. The first part of this reading is up. It has been up since before the change of the year. This is the extended part, and just like to say that we're looking at each month. So we start from the month of January, February, March, and so on, and finish at December, but looking at it as the horoscope. Up here would be Capricorn, and why that is that usually, the horoscope starts at Aries here, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Okay, so I will be doing different layers in this reading because I want to see in each area of life you are affected and how you are affected and in which month. So there are multiple layers in the tarot, and that's how I like to work. All right, now dear Virgo, this is, we're doing this on Mercury retrograde. Doesn't matter when you watch it. Mercury retrograde is going beneath the surface, looking at the details, looking back at past situations, people coming back from the past. So the energies are very potent with Mercury retrograde. Very good time for tarot reading. So let's look at your reading. Okay. I will be taking extra cards as well. Extra cards, different cards. They all will be in the description box below, so you know what I'm using. Plus, I've also referenced the link for the first part of the video, the preview video. So I'm going to reference that link as well. I would advise that you go and watch it. Also watch your moon and rising sign as well. I do go into more details in the preview part of the reading, so I don't repeat myself again and again. Let's start. We know that these readings can be a little bit long because there is a lot of detail. So let's start, dear Virgo. Let's look at January. And we know that in the area of Capricorn, Capricorn is all about career. It's your status, it's your goals, what you aspire to achieve. It's also the area of where you are maturing. Now, there's a lot going on in Capricorn, a lot. So whatever is going on in Capricorn is, for the house of Virgo, it's in a beautiful trine. So it's very positive. Just so you know, with the energies we're working with right now, they're not easy. But for earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, for Capricorn, I would say it's even harder, but the rewards are amazing. So let's look at your 10th house, and in January, what's going on, dear Virgo? What's this Seven of Swords? Seven of Swords we know can be the card of stealth, intelligence. You may be figuring something out, seeing something more clearly in the month of January. So let's see what that is. And we've got the King of Pentacles, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For me, this is Taurus. So some of you may be dealing with a Taurian in the month of January. You may be figuring something out, outsmarting something that they were trying to keep under wraps, I would say. King of Pentacles, even though it can be, let's say, Virgo, can be any earth sign. If this is the case, dear Virgo, then I would say that you're being very intelligent where career is concerned. But mainly I see the King of Pentacles as Taurus, so this could be someone around you. We do have the Five of Pentacles as the general energy, and the Five of Pentacles does show it could be two earth signs that are not on the same page. There is an imbalance. It is a 5. There is a feeling of lack. We do have Queen of Pentacles here. Queen of Pentacles is in the area of Libra. Libra is the partnership house. Can be partnership with anyone, any sort of relationships, but it's also in the time of April that something, with the Queen of Pentacles, this is someone who is stabilizing their money. This is also the motherly figure, someone who's very stable. Now, usually I would say Taurus would be someone that's very dependable, but there is obviously something that is lurking behind the shadows, if you get what I mean. Something that is not communicated. Okay. If this is someone outside of your periphery, someone that you are dealing with, doesn't matter what kind of a relationship you have with this person could be a boss, they could be very intelligent, okay, but they can be quite sneaky in their ways. Let's take a look at the month of February. And February is also the ninth house, to do with foreign places, people, higher education, truth, philosophy. Nine of Wands. We have the Three of Cups. So this is saying, dear Virgo, that you need to keep believing in what you're trying to build. There will be a celebration here. Now, also, this is saying that this could also be support from family and friends as well in the month of February. This could also be news that you are hearing about that is not easy. You could be hearing it from the grapevine, from friends, co-workers, family relation. Okay. Nine of Wands is someone that's they haven't had it easy. So we know that there were eclipses in the month of January, and February was very difficult as well. Very, very difficult, astrologically speaking. Keep persevering, dear Virgo, it says in February. Keep going strong. There will be some sort of an accomplishment here. You're almost at the end of the burden. Let's look at the month of March, which is the house of Scorpio. We've got the Queen of Wands. So this is a fire sign. We've got judgment calling. And the house of Scorpio, this is perfect. Scorpio is transformation, isn't it? This is resurrection. This is the chance to have another go. This is your chance to resurrect whatever had died. This is very strong energy here with Pluto. Pluto is bringing change where intimacy, emotional and physical, is concerned. Now, the Queen of Wands, dear Virgo, this could be another side to you, of course, with the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands could also be another fire sign. Could also be a Scorpio that you are dealing with. I usually see Scorpio as quite fiery because they are very, they go with their desires. So for those of you that know Scorpio people, they do tend to choose the color red, which is something that is, it's on the scale, it's from 0 to 10. With Scorpio people, it's 0 to 10. So they can be quite extreme. Now, the Queen of Wands is someone who goes for their desires, someone who's very sexual. Looks as though you're having another chance where your desires are concerned. If this is you and your career, this could be another chance to make money from other people. Financial help coming from others. Okay? Beautiful. Let's look at the month of April and the house of partnership, which is the house of Libra. Partnerships and relationships of all kinds. We have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is holding the same pentacle that the Queen of Pentacles has in her hands. This could be a mother-son relationship, or this could be a messenger. We know that the Page of Pentacles can be an earth sign sending a message, something that could be quite long-lasting. This is also could be a situation of building something strong, physically, tangibly. Okay, so a message, you're either sending out a message or receiving a message, dear Virgo, where you may also be dealing with another earth sign that is wanting the same thing as you. So I do see a connection here. Both these characters are holding a pentacle in their hand, so their values are on the same page. Could be the beginning of something that can be long-lasting. Could also be a money matter that is going to build, is going to grow. This could also be you needing to help financially, where a adolescent child is concerned and what they want to accomplish in their life. So because the Queen of Pentacles is the mother, this could be help, financial help, where you're giving, okay, giving to others. And this could be the beginning of a collaboration where even partnership in business or relationships, this is something promising here in the month of April. Okay, let's take a look at the month of May. And this is also the house of Virgo with the Three of Wands here. So you are waiting for your ships to come in, Virgo. We have the Queen of Swords, and this can be communication. Queen of Swords can be an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. I can see many times the Queen of Swords as Virgo as well. This could also be communication. I do tend to see the Three of Wands as Sagittarian energy. You are looking across the seas. This could be communication with someone that is at a foreign place, but this could also be that you may be waiting on something legal to begin. You could be waiting on those ships to come through. So if you've been communicating where legalities are concerned, you're waiting on the return of that. Now, if this is a money-making venture, again, because this is the house of Virgo, Virgo is our daily routine. Whatever you practice and you preach, you're waiting on the return of that. If this is like what you do in your daily routine at work, okay, this she is holding the Ace of Swords, which can speak of clarity, but it can also mean a successful beginning here. She is holding the Ace of Swords. Okay, let's look in the house of Leo, which is in the month of June here with the Two of Swords. Now, with the Three of Wands, I want to say this could be you, dear Virgo. You've turned your back maybe on an air sign, and maybe they've turned their back to you as well. Let's take a look at the house of Leo. As I said, June with the Two of Swords, there's some sort of a decision that you're needing to make. The house of Leo can be anything that you've created. The house of children, the house of fun, the house of risk-taking, and the house of the heart, true love. We've got Seven of Cups, so there is confusion, difficulty in making a decision. You could be in between two worlds where love is concerned. You've got lots of choices, dear Virgo. Now, this is, of course, you can't see. You can't see clearly. And I know that Virgo has in their seventh house, Neptune in the house of Pisces is transiting, and this can be lack of clarity and, you know, in partnerships, relationships, and in anything to do with true love. Yes, some of you may be choosing between two different people, so you have to be very careful because you're going with your intuition. Now, Pisces can also speak of, this is the card of Pisces, and Neptune, Pisces can speak of unconditional love, but it can also speak of the martyr, having given too much and then being in two minds. What do I do? I've given so much love out. I'm confused. And I can see here that in the house of Cancer, in the house of home, the fourth house, and in the month of July, you have got some sort of a battle, some sort of a conflict. This could be difficult conversations, but it can also speak of a challenge where your home and your security is concerned. It's interesting to see that you've got the Seven of Cups twice, dear Virgo. So it looks like in the month of June and in the month of September, you're going to be at odds with not seeing clearly because of Neptune, the influences of Neptune. Now, Neptune is not only negative, it can be very unconditional love and spiritual. So let's not look at it as only in a negative way. Spirit here is giving you lots of choices where love is concerned. There are two important people, obviously, I see in your life. Okay? And things in the time of June are still up in the air. Let's look at July. and we've got Temperance, and Temperance says that this is going the spiritual way, believing in the divine, having the faith, keeping and trusting that the divine is working on your behalf. Even though you've got a challenge on your hand, something is being worked out in the backdrop for you. Temperance says that temper yourself, try and be patient with people that are not on the same page as you. You can fight hard, or you can choose the spiritual way, the more calm, serene way. This is a card of healing as well. So whatever you're going through in the month of July, know that with Jupiter, Jupiter is temperance, right? Jupiter will bring expansion, but it can bring also expansion, anything to do with legalities. Just take your time. Don't make decisions quickly, because there is some sort of an imbalance here. You need to believe that in the background something is being worked out for you. Now, because in the Five of Swords we've got 3 people. Some of you may be in a love triangle. We've got 3 here. We've got the 5 of Swords. We've got the 2 of Swords here. We've got the 3 of Cups here. All these cards can speak of a love triangle. Let's see what else we've got. Let's look at the month of August, and this is the house of Gemini. Gemini can speak of collaboration, communication. The teacher, I should say the student, as Sagittarius is the teacher, the house of Sag. Now the 9 of Pentacles is my Virgo card. 9 of Pentacles says that financially you're okay, but emotionally you are not in a place of balance. You are looking for that 10th pentacle, okay, to balance out your family situation, to become stable, to have people around you that also may feel like family. Emotionally, it looks as though you're feeling a little bit left out. Some of you are just very independent and not letting others in. This is you showing your strength. Okay, let's take a card on that. And we've got the Page of Wands, which can also mean what someone is trying or wanting to take a risk. Page of Wands can also be someone who's wanting to go on an adventure. Some of you may be wanting to collaborate, maybe even with siblings or neighbors. Page of Wands can also be, you know, he's holding that Ace of Wands, which can be something very creative. Virgo, you may be also coming up with a new venture that you may be wanting to collaborate with others on, but you would have the leading role here. Page of Wands can also speak of someone who's wanting to, you know, expand their knowledge of the world. So in the month of August, you may be looking at wanting to travel, let's say. Page of Wands can be also a fire sign, adolescent child, one that is very creative. They're on a new venture here. Let's take a look at the house of Taurus and also the month of September. Now, August, September is your birthday, dear Virgo. So let's look at that 7 of Cups, which again can speak of confusion, but lots of choices. Okay, some of you may even be window shopping at this time, shopping around your birthday. You may have lots of choices. These are 7 cups. Again, don't forget, each cup has got something different in it. Let's see what we've got. And we've got the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords can speak of traveling over water, but this is also the house of values and comforts. Some of you are leaving a situation that was not clear behind. You are leaving difficulties. So this is more clarity. You are finding your balance. Some of you could even be finding your balance at a distance. 6 of Swords can be emotional, but also physical travel. Some of you could be even planning a holiday or even going on a holiday, and you may be traveling over water. Six of Swords says that there is strong clarity coming through after illusions. A lot of things are coming in clear perspective for you. Let's look at the next month. We've got two cards. So we've got the month of October and also the House of Aries, which speaks of beginnings. We've got the Eight of Swords, which can speak of feeling imprisoned by a situation, not seeing that you can freely move forward. Wow, Virgo. We've got the King of Cups and the King of Wands, and they are actually facing each other. This seems as though it's a communication, a conversation. We've got the King of Wands, which could be an Aries, and we've got the King of Cups, which could be, I suppose, another side to the King of Wands, someone who has got fire and water in their chart. Now, I'm going to say there could be a chance that you may be dealing with a Scorpio. We do have the Judgment card here. And Scorpio can show up as fiery as well. Now, could it be a Scorpio that you're dealing with that has also got strong Aries in their chart? This could also be two different people. I do see the worry card here with the Eight of Swords. For some reason, you are worried about a conversation between two masculine energies here. Or this could be someone that you are dealing with that for some reason there is lack of clarity from your part, from your side, or worries circling around one or two masculine energies here. Wow, and I just dropped the Hanging Man, and it fell right on top of the months of May and June. It looks as though there's been so much sacrifice here and so much stagnation that something could be finally seen, because we do have the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Cups here, which can speak of communication where illusion was concerned. Now, this can speak of way too much sacrifice or being stuck for a very, very long time. Let's not forget that, you know, with the Hanging Man in reverse, this can speak of waiting for too long. But this can also go back to, because it's a 12, it can go back one step, back to the 11, which is justice. So some of you are trying to find your balance, or through legalities or through relationships, okay? I'm going to leave this card right there. Okay, and again, this can speak of extra confusion because we've still got the blindfold on here. Even though there's communication here, this could be another matter altogether. And Neptune is in the sign of Pisces. Pisces again can be the house of spirituality and magic, but it can also be a very dark house where you're trying to see things and having a lot of trouble. So we've still got the Seven of Cups here. We've got the Six of Swords here, which says that you are moving into clarity. Here we've got the Eight of Swords, a lot of swords. So we've got a lot of air energy in your reading, Virgo. Now this can be, it's got to do with you. You're very logic, very intellectual. You are ruled by Mercury. But you may also be dealing with, we do have the Queen of Swords here, which can be another air sign. Don't look at the gender, it does not matter. So out of these King of Wands and King of Cups, if this is the same person, they've got air in their chart. If they are two different people, they both may have air in their chart. So we've also got the Three of Swords here. So in the month of October, you are dealing with two different people. Obviously, you are feeling trapped by a situation here. But this is only an illusion. This is your perception. Let's look at let's look at the House of Pisces, and this is also the 11th house. Three of Swords. We've got the Nine of Wands again. Oh my goodness. You also have it up here in the month of February. Now, in the month of November, you're still standing after a heartbreak here. No doubt there's been some sort of a disappointment here. Could it be that, because what's interesting is that we've got the Queen of Wands here and we've got the King of Wands. So this is a couple, obviously. Now, this could be, as I said, another side to you, dear Virgo. Now, if this could be also someone else that's in the picture. If you are dealing with the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands could be someone in your periphery. This could also be a partner of this King of Wands. We can see it in many different situations, but because we've got the Pluto card here, I'm going to say that I do feel that this has got to do with Scorpio energies, things around Scorpio, which is intimacy, and that's why we've got the Queen of Wands. She is driven by her desire, as is the King of Wands. Now, what's interesting is that it's the Nine of Wands. We've got the Nine of Wands twice. If you are the Queen of Wands here, dear Virgo, you're holding that Ace of Wands, so you are very creative. You're driven by your passion. You're getting a second chance. Here with the King of Wands sitting right on top of that Eight of Swords, there is worry for this King of Wands that he wants to go for what he desires. And we've got Nine of Wands, so he's holding the 10th wand. But there is another person in the picture with the Three of Swords here. So that's probably where the worry is, what the worry is about, that there is another person still in the picture. What is very good here is that I see in the month of December, you've got the Ace of Swords, which can also be dealing with this area here. So in the House of Virgo, in the month of May, this situation could be coming back, okay, in the month of December, and this is in the 11th house of wishes and dreams. This is also the house of Aquarius. Some of you could be cutting out an Aquarius out of your life. You could be finishing up with legalities in the month of December as well, if this is you having gone to a solicitor in the month of May. Let's take a look at that Ace of Swords. Now, the House of Aquarius does speak of the future. We know that the Ace of Swords is a successful new beginning, and it's also the house of earned income. So again, a successful new beginning where that is concerned. Let's take that Ace of Swords. What's that about? And we've got the 10 of Cups. So that is a beautiful end to the 12th month of the year. There is a successful new beginning that's going to make you and your extended family very happy. You are starting something brand new here that is very genuine, very real, and emotionally it's putting you in a beautiful place. Okay, and this could also mean that you are severing ties with a long-term past commitment as well with that 10 of Cups, because that does break down to the Ace of Cups, and we know that the Ace of Cups can also be a beginning. Okay, so what I'd like to do is take a couple of cards here on that Five of Pentacles. That's the general energy of the year. We've got the Three of Wands again. We also have it here in the month of May. So you have been doing the work, but not seeing the fruits of your labor. And this could mean that if you've been dealing with someone that was sucking the life out of you, so financially, maybe even spiritually, you're still waiting on those ships. You've been putting in the work, but not seeing the rewards. Let's take one more card. And we've got the Tower, wow, which is Scorpio, Pluto, Uranus. Uranus in Taurus, Uranus and Taurus is in a beautiful area. It affects Virgo in a very positive way. This is a time to free yourself from anything that was not of value to you. This can be sudden revelations where money is concerned as well. A sudden shift. Let's take another card. And we know that Uranus is also the future. And Virgo, Four of Wands. So this could mean that suddenly you're moving into a commitment. Suddenly you're stabilizing something where your finances are concerned. You've got the Three of Wands and the Four of Wands. So putting these wands together would be the Seven. Whatever you've insisted on accomplishing, fighting for, working on, this is going to be a payoff for you. And your feeling of lack, the change, will bring you stability. How beautiful is that? Now, this could mean, yes, moving in with a new partner, a new relationship. For those of you that have been doing a lot of work on a relationship, on a partnership, you've had your issues with the Five of Pentacles. I would say that both of you were feeling left out in the cold during 2020. You will have moments of feeling left out, even though you're waiting, and you could be at a distance to the person you are committing to. But suddenly this is the divine, this is spirit bringing in the Tower to bring you something that is very stable, something that you will be celebrating, no doubt. So we have, in relationship, we've got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. And we've got the King of Cups here. And the King of Cups could also be someone else in your periphery, let's say. Could be another family member. Could be someone that this King of Wands is very close to. But this could also be, as I said, another side to the King of Wands. Because we've got a fair bit of Piscean energy, and Pisces is your 7th house of relationships, Virgo. So could this be the change that this person, if you've been in a relationship where you've been on a level of just connecting sexually, this could be the King of Cups. We know is someone that is open, with an open heart, someone who is very intuitive. Let's see what else we've got for you. We've got the Princess of Coins, which is the Page of Coins, which we also have in the House of Libra, which is the House of Partnerships, and in the time of April. So Princess of Coins is showing a big fat Ace of Pentacles. This is you probably, dear Virgo, beginning something that will stabilize. Let's take another card. We have the Two of Cups, Virgo. So this is the beginning. This is a message that will give you security, because this is real. The Princess of Coins holds that real pentacle. It's something that is very grounded, something that is very long-lasting as well. Two of Cups is a soulmate connection, two people being in love. And this is the Lover's Path Tarot, if you're wondering. Let's take one more. Oh my God, Virgo. Triumph. And this is the World card. And the World card says that some cycle is obviously successfully completing. Look at the love here. And the World card can also speak of loving someone from afar, or being with someone that is at a distance to you. This is very much like the Lover's card to me. Look at the embrace. For those of you that are interested in the mythology, you may want to Google that. We've got here, wow, I can't even pick up the cards. We have Dionysus and Ariadne. So this is obviously a very important love story in mythology. I would suggest Google them and see what it's all about. You may also receive messages from there. All right, that's beautiful. Now I'm going to take the Mystic Moon Oracles. I want to take one card on each position. So we've got Two of Cups, which Two of Cups are, and we've got quite a few cups here. So the water sign that is in your reading, dear Virgo, would more than likely be either Pisces, but for you, a lot of you, Pisces is your 7th house of partnership, okay, and relationships. So we've also got Scorpio, so you may be dealing with a Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising could also be Mars. They're Mars. Let's take one card and look at each month. So King of Pentacles here, 7 of Swords. What's going on? And we've got communication here. And these are messages, I would say more than likely, in this oracle. As you could see, there are many, many messages on another level. So I would say more than likely that this is some sort of a spiritual connection where when you think of someone, you think of them, they think of you. This is on another level, a very spiritual connection and emotional connection as well. Very telepathic communication, very telepathic indeed. Now, it's funny that I just dropped a card and it's right here in the month of August, and I'm going to leave it there. There are signs here. You're at a crossroads. At a crossroads. You're trying to make up your mind. This is the house of Gemini, and Gemini is the twins. So Gemini can also mean communication. And I will be putting the cards underneath there. Okay, so we do have the signposts showing you the way though. Okay, so use your logic. Use your logic. Let's look at the next month of February. And also, because this is the 10th house and it's got the communication, you could be communicating too with this King of Pentacles through work. Okay? But this can also mean change in communication. Pluto and Saturn are moving through Capricorn. They're bringing in the transformation. And this is a very karmic house, the 10th house at this time, with the South Node here. We do have the South Node, which is anything to do with karma and past situations. Maybe you were even dealing with this King of Pentacles in a past lifetime. And here we've got the North Node, which is where we're supposed to be growing into. So there's a lot of familiarity here with this King of Pentacles. Let's look at the house of Sag in the month of February. And we've got conclusion. So you are getting the key. There is some sort of a key here, which can be an answer coming through the grapevine, the key to something that you've been, maybe you may have had issues with this King of Pentacles. The Nine of Wands is someone that's put up a wall, someone who's got their walls up, and you may be receiving the information from a friend, a family member, and this is going to conclude some sort of a chapter for you. But the key for me, the key is also a solution. The key is usually something that opens doors as well. Let's look at the house of Scorpio, the month of March. What's this Queen of Wands, the Judgment card? So the house of Scorpio cycles, and cycles does say to me that you've been going through a certain cycle where your sexuality, where your transformation is concerned. You've been going over and over, and this time maybe this is another chance. Maybe you've been given chances in the past And this is another chance coming for you in the month of March. Another chance to connect on an intimate, emotional but sexual level as well. Now, Scorpio is the house of the occult and what's dark. We do have the full moon there, which we know, full moons can be very intuitive. So use your power of seeing beneath the surface. Let's look at the month of April and the house of partnership, Libra house. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. We've got settling. So in the month of April, the card of settling means that you are settling for maybe even something that is not easy to change at this time. Maybe this is saying also that settling can also mean that the dust is settling, or you are settling into more stability where your finances are concerned here, I would say, because we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles speak of being grounded, being very earthy, and the mother of earth, the Queen of Pentacles. If for those of you that are already a mother, you are settling into a situation that revolves around relationships with others, so family members, maybe you're settling for what you've got at this time and you're being very patient. For those of you that are very driven and wanted to go for what you desire, in the month of April, it looks as though you may be settling for less even, but you are planning for the future, no doubt. And this could even be like the importance of family and other things taking precedence over your love life, other relationships as family or even work. Let's look at the House of Virgo in the month of May. We have the Three of Wands and the Queen of Swords. And we've got more signs and synchronicities here. The signs and the goalposts are showing you the way here, dear Virgo. And to me, what this says is, I feel as though for those of you that are in a relationship, in a committed partnership that you've turned your back on, I feel as though someone is showing you, or you're showing them the way. You know, those signposts are saying, go that way. It's like someone's pointing a finger and saying, there's the door. That's what I feel for this area here. Now, because this is the 6th house, this is your daily routine and your work, the signs are showing you the way that you can grow what you do with the Three of Wands. That does speak of expansion and growth, obviously. Let's have a look here now at the 5th house in June. We've got the Two of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Hanging Man in the reverse. And we've got refocus. So it looks as though whatever you are understanding, whatever you're being enlightened about, I think that the signs are telling you that you need to refocus, and that's redo a situation here. And when I say refocus, if you've been sacrificing way too much, it's as though you are changing your path here, refocusing your trajectory, your path forward. And maybe even, I don't know why I'm going to say this, but some of you may also have difficulties where clarity is concerned. So someone out there is needing to wear glasses, like reading glasses or just glasses in specs in general. That may help you refocus. And this could be a time where you're looking at something over and over again and you are receiving the clarity. So So this is refocusing metaphorically and intellectually. Okay, refocusing on true love, refocusing on a decision. Maybe you weren't able to make a decision and that's why you're putting more focus into a situation, into your love life, into a situation where you are creating, or even with your children. For those of you that were not ready to take a risk, I think that you are changing your mind here. Taking a risk, and that is, of course, this is the house of gambling and taking a chance, trying out your luck, but this is also taking a gamble where love is concerned. Let's look at the month of July, and this is your 4th house of family, extended family, your heritage, your security. We've got the 5 of Swords and the Temperance card. And we've got the answer is no. Wow, so there is no nurturing and no help coming in from family, I would say. It's as though some of you are growing to the point, because this is the house of Cancer, some of you are growing to the point where you are getting off mother's milk, let's say. If you've had the loving and nurturing from your mother, this is like dry and barren. So the answer is no here. Now, this could also be saying that you are growing, obviously, very quickly here, but some of you may be saying no to a challenge, to taking out the swords and having this argument, this difficult argument between you and another 2 people. Some of you may be conflicted about a decision and you are saying no. Whatever that means for you, I will leave it at that. Let's look now. Some of you are refusing also to get into an argument with family. Let's look at the next month, which is August. This is the house of Gemini. So we've got the Crossroads card here. So I will leave that. You're at a crossroads with the leap of faith that you're wanting to take, and the collaboration, because it is the house of collaboration. You're at a crossroads where communication is concerned, whether you should send this message out, take this a risk, or whether you should, you're thinking, should I take a risk on love or should I stay and be independent? As I am very happy with myself and, I've got the finances that I need, what do I do? Now, you may also receive a message here to go on a trip and you're in 2 minds about that. But the goalposts are showing you to go towards the future, and I would say do take that risk here in the month of September, around your birthday, dear Virgo. And this is the 2nd house of Taurus. We've got the 7 of Cups and the 6 of Swords. What else do we have here? This is the house of values, the house of what you own. And we've got the dark night of the soul. Wow. And the dark night of the soul is, what I see here is that someone has gone through either some sort of a low because of the 7 of Cups, which can also mean Pisces and Neptune. Neptune can be alcoholism, escapism, too much food, anything that would make someone happy and help them to escape the reality. The dark night of the soul is a very low point. Now, this doesn't have to necessarily be you, dear Virgo. You could be dealing with someone that is going through their dark night of the soul. But what I see here is that you could be literally moving away from someone that was pulling the wool over your eyes here in the month of September. Let's take another card on that. Another card. And we've got news. And news is you are painting a picture of the way you want your life to be. You've got the paint, you've got the canvas, you've got the brush. It's all up to you what you're going to do, dear Virgo, in the month of September, around your birthday. So, very interesting. Two very different energies, like Dark Night of the Soul and the News card. I think that Virgo is leaving some situation or a person behind, someone that was not giving them the truth. Next card, which is, oh, we've got two cards that fell out here in the position of the House of Aries, but it's also the month of October, Virgo. We've got the Victim and the Twin Flame. So I'm going to say, for those of you, we've got the Eight of Swords, King of Cups, King of Wands. For those of you that have been dealing with two different people, I'm going to put the cards like that. This may be the way they should be shown to you. We've got the King of Wands, which is your twin flame, and we've got the King of Cups, which shows the word victim. Now, victim can be the victim mentality. You may have been dealing with someone who may have been narcissistic. Why? Because when someone is feeling victim, they will give out, they will, in a way, try and step on others to save themselves. Now, victim can also mean someone who is, again, Piscean, or because victim is also the victim mentality, which can come from the sign of Pisces, but the victim can also mean that someone in this relationship where this King of Cups is concerned was the victim. So, and I remember doing a reading for you, victim or victor, in the month of February, dear Virgo. So you may want to watch that for more clarity. Now, the victim can speak of, some of you may have felt as though you were the victim. Others of you, because the victim does remind me of the hanging man, this could also mean of, be speaking of a lot of sacrifice has been made, and therefore you feel the victim. But for a twin flame situation, a twin flame union, that can be, we could have a mix of both these energies. So we know that twin flame relationships are not easy. So the victim could be a challenge that some of you are dealing with, whether it's you being the victim or the other person, your twin flame, being the victim or feeling the victim. For each person, it's going to speak differently, obviously. Now, because we've got the card of the Eight of Swords, which can speak of someone feeling bound and chained, we've also got the bound here. And this could speak of, have you been standing in your integrity, dear Virgo? Are you ready to receive the rewards? If you've been in a very challenging situation, but you've stood in your integrity, then this could be a reward for you. There are many, many meanings here in this section. And this is a very important month for you, the month of October. And it's also got to do with Aries. Aries is not going to have an easy year because they are ruled by Mars, and Mars will be in the sign of Aries for 6 months. This is the house, the first house, the house of Aries. Aries is the warrior, but Mars will be retrograding. Okay, in the sign of Aries. It will be there for 6 months. So again, I'm going to say the victim or the victor here. So it's going to be a test of the strongest, of who's got the most Martian energies. And now we've got next step, which is November and Pisces, the house of Pisces. We've got purge and we've got mask. Now purge does remind me of Scorpio. The mask can speak of Pisces. Okay, Pisces and Scorpio, we've got the occult and the house of magic, but we know that the mask can be someone that hasn't been very open, hasn't shown their true face. Now with the purge, this is Scorpio energy. This is connecting on a very deep level. So it can go either way. It can go like this or like this. We've got the Three of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Remember, you've had the Nine of Wands twice. So this is quite a challenge, dear Virgo. Are you going to help whoever you've been dealing with? You may have been dealing with someone that was very Piscean and very even Scorpio. Pisces is the dark house. You can't see clearly. Pisces can also be those rose-colored glasses. And purge is Scorpio, where we go very deep to find the answers. So this can also speak of transforming wherever there was no clarity, whatever you did not know of. Whoever broke your heart here, and you've been, maybe if you've been ghosted by someone, let's say, okay, they haven't shown their true colors, then this could be a time of purging. This could also mean connecting on a very deep level where someone's been wearing a mask and you were heartbroken, but you were still the warrior here, insisting on holding up the fort, holding the fort. And the payoff is in December here. Very interesting indeed. Now, as I said before, Pisces can also be clandestine relationships. Scorpio can also be intimacy, getting very intimate and transforming. Now, Pisces, of course, is your 7th house of partnership and relationship. So you've had some sort of a heartbreak. You're still beaten and bruised by November. But in December comes I'm going to say the resurrection. Scorpio is, again, committing on a very deep level, but also finding those answers for things that were very Plutonian, very Scorpionic. Let's look at the last month and the house of wishes and dreams, the house of Aquarius, which is the future. Please, Spirit, please, for Virgo. And we've got barrier. Wow. So there is still a barrier here which you are cutting away. You are cutting away from. And as I said, for those of you that were in a committed partnership or relationship, you may be using that sword, remember. Okay, now the barrier can speak of something being in between you and your happiness. So you are cutting that away. Let's take another card. Remember what I said, that with that sword, it's a successful new beginning. The 10 of Cups is a completion, but a new beginning as well. So let's take one more. And we've got compromise. Compromising here. And compromising can be trying to level out. This could also be compromising where a divorce is concerned. Okay, compromising, and therefore the barrier is broken. Let's take one more. And we've got spring. So the flowers are going to bloom, but this is saying that spring will come. Happiness will come after compromise and after this barrier is broken down. I want to take a card on the general energy, just for a bit more clarity for you. And we've got shadow work. So you are going through shadow work. You may be dealing with someone who is doing their own shadow work. Okay, let's take 2 more cards. And we've got a couple of cards here. So we've got numbing, and that speaks very much like the Piscean cups, the 7 of cups that you've got in a couple of places. So we've got the 7 of cups here and here. Numbing, you may have been dealing with someone that were using substances to numb their pain. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's always someone else. This could be you, dear Virgo. If you are doing your shadow work, then numbing can mean that it's so hard that you are numbing, getting numb to the pain. But this is also recognition. And recognition is that 2 people are going through or doing their shadow work, because this is, look at the cards up here. I'm going to show you them again. And we know that this is not only a love reading. So there could be other difficult energies that you're working with. We've got the Princess of Coins, which is the Page of Coins, the 2 of Cups, and the card of Triumph. Triumph means that you've got a battle on your hands. But look at the embrace, finally. This is the end of a karmic cycle. You, at the end of this karmic cycle, you are in an embrace. So triumph, that is also a successful ending to a major cycle in your life. Now, dear Virgo, I would like to also take some more cards. A message from Spirit, from the heavens, for Virgo, please, Spirit. So this card of spring could be talking about, obviously, March, April, if you are in the Northern Hemisphere. If you are in the Southern Hemisphere, well, spring has already passed in December, so this could reference back to spring. But the blooming of the flowers obviously means that there is love, there is something that is growing, something that is very valuable. Okay, stand up for what you know is right. We are supporting you. There we go. And we've got a big tree here which speaks of health, it speaks of your heritage. This card is saying to me that if you are up against family issues, then stand up for what you know is right. Yes, and that is Virgo, very righteous usually. We are supporting you. You do have the support of people from your heritage, people that may be still around you, that may be supporting you at this time. And this doesn't have to mean only people that have passed on. This could also speak of other family members, people that feel like family to you. They could be your support system, dear Virgo. So, okay, let's look at the Universal Love Oracle and see what message we have for you from here, dear Virgo. The Universal Love. Virgo, please, Spirit. And we have Golden Path. That is beautiful. Golden Path. And I will read from the book for you. Okay. Continue your current course of action, even if you are experiencing unforeseen difficulties and obstacles. Every journey has its trials. Every learning, each skill, and all progress is accomplished through challenge. You move because you have pushed your body. You know because you have exercised your mind. And you know yourself by questioning your identity. This card has shown up in your reading today to encourage you to keep going. Bring the challenges close. Tackle them head on, as they are not obstacles blocking the way, but an intrinsic part of the journey. Acceptance, perseverance, and conviction will lead you on. This is your golden path. Now is not the time to give up. A bright future is in the making, even though you cannot currently see it. Dear Virgo, what a beautiful card. I'm loving that for you. I really am. Really, really am. And there are so many messages here. It's not funny. I could keep reading another couple of hours, but I will leave it at that. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. You are so sweet. Thank you so much, dear Virgo. I'm wishing you all the best. And I do hope that this year, even though it's a challenge, and we know that with all those energies happening in Capricorn, with all that stellium of planets in Capricorn, it is Saturn asks for integrity and work, but the outcome and the rewards are going to be massive. So keep working. That's what you're good at. And go for what you desire. It's the time to manifest. It's the time to crystallize your true desires. Keep believing, Virgo. Lots of love to all of you. Bye-bye.